As you can see here, Android 14, and it's running on Android 14, and we have successfully installed Android 14 on our device. You might have seen this device on my channel. This is my Samsung Galaxy S8, and I have been using this device few months now. It is working pretty well actually, and it is running on One UI 1 based on Android 9. So Android 9 is still pretty much usable. Most of the applications do run pretty well on Android 9. On top of that, I did deploy the ROM. So as you can see here, there is not much application. Samsung related, all the application I have already uninstalled, and it is running super fast here. So no issue at all. But in this video, I will show you how we can update your device to Android 14. And maybe in the future, I will show you how we can update your device further, like 15 or 16. If I find any ROM based on 15 or 16. So in this video, I will show you how you can unlock bootloader, how we can flash TWRP, and how we can flash a custom ROM on your device. So there are different versions of S8 and S8 Plus, and the tutorial I'm showing here on my Samsung S8, which is Exynos variant, and the codename of the device is dreamlte. So the file I will provide in the description only work on this specific device. So if you have another device, you have to find the specific file for your device. And you can follow the process, like the process will be similar, but you have to find the specific files for your device. But for this device, I will provide all the files. So as you can see here, it is working well. And I have already downloaded all the files and everything. First of all, we have to check one thing first, like our device is unlockable or not. Some of the carrier lock devices are not unlockable. So in that case, no luck, you can't update your device. So in the software information page, you can go to build a number and tap 5 times, draw your pattern or pin, and it will unlock the developer mode. So as you can see here, developer option is available now. And the developer option, you can see OEM unlocking. Click on that and confirm, turn it on, and go to USB debugging mode and allow debugging. So on my computer screen, as you can see here, I have a folder called S8, and I got my custom ROM, which is crDroid 10.2 based on Android 14, and we got our TWRP dreamlte, as you can see here, and Odin to flash TWRP, and few other applications we need to install like driver. So I will put the link in the description below. And another thing is minimal Debian fast boot. So after installing them, you have to navigate to minimal Debian fast boot. So we can go here, program file and minimal Debian fast boot, and we can turn on CMD here. So double click on that, and it will open a terminal here. And now we can connect our device to our PC. So if you are connecting your device first time to your PC, it will ask you to allow to communicate. If the driver is properly installed, it will ask that. So if I connect now, so as you can see here, it is asking me to allow. So let's allow, and nothing else we need to do right now. Now what you have to do is you have to boot the device to download mode. So to do that, you can use it like you can do it manually by pressing the buttons, but here I will use the terminal to boot the device to download mode. So I will write adb. So I can write here adb reboot download. So and enter. Now the device will boot into download mode. So as you can see here, our device is on download mode now. Now we can minimize this because we do need that. And on our S8 folder, we can go to Odin section and open the Odin. So few things we need to do in the Odin. So as you can see here, our device is connected like COM5 here. If you don't see COM5 here, that means your device is not connected and you have to reinstall the driver and go to options, unselect auto reboot. Now go to API, select API and select your TWRP. So use this Odin only because other Odin might not work. This one is modified version of Odin, as you can see here. Now we'll press start, and as you can see here, our recovery is flashed successfully, and we can see the pass mark here. Now we can close Odin. So we can't directly boot into TWRP from here. So what we will do, like we will turn off the device first. So press and hold power button and volume down button. So if I press and hold, it should turn off and the device is off, and we can see the charging logo. Now we can boot into TWRP. So what I will do the similar process: power button, Bixby button and volume up button together, and let's see. So it is booting. So as you can see here, we are in TWRP. Now, one thing you can do, like as I said, there is risk involved, like your device might get break and you might not able to recover your device. So to be safe, you can do one thing: you can back up whole operating system on a SD card, so that if anything goes wrong, you can like restore it and you can use your stock OS. But as I'm not really worried about my device, so I'm not going to backup. So if you want to backup, so you can go to backup section and check everything here, baseband, EFS and everything, and you can select storage. So as you can see here, micro SD card is not present in my device, so you can put your SD card and backup on SD card, because we are going to wipe the whole internal operating system. Now at this point we need to do few things. So we will go to wipe section and we will use format. We can type ES and start. It will wipe your internal storage. As I said, you have to back up all of your data, and we can go to wipe section again and advanced wipe. We can select all this internal data, reload and everything. So just wipe everything. Done. Now disconnect your device from PC and reconnect it. And what we will do right now, we will copy over the ROM file to our device, or we can use our SD card actually to copy over the file. So we can copy, send to S8, and as you can see here, it is copying and done. So now on our phone, we can go to install section, and as you can see here, the file is here. Just click and we can swipe. As you can see here, the flashing is going on. We can see our ROM version, Android version, and device code name and manufacturer, everything. So on a custom ROM, many things might not work, like VoLTE, Wi-Fi, even Bluetooth Wi-Fi. Sometime you will see that fingerprint is not working. So there are risks involved. Currently, as you can see here, it is flashing, and it will not take much actually. It only takes 2 to 3 minutes, but it takes time in the first boot. So as you can see here, done, and we can press on reboot system. So the first boot will take around 4 to 5 minutes, and sometime more actually, because it has to go through all the files and we had to install the operating system, everything. So the ROM is flushed successfully. As you can see here, we can see the crDroid logo, and it is doing its process. Now we can disconnect. Actually, we don't really need to keep it connected. Now for the review, I will review this ROM later on, because if I put everything in one video, it will be too long. So I will make a dedicated review video of this ROM, and I will tell you what is working and what is not clearly on that video, because I did not put my SD card, even SIM card here. So I will not be able to know that SIM card is working. and it is booted. It didn't take much actually, only maybe 1 or 2 minutes. So start button, and we can go through the process. And I don't really know the ROM are like coming with GFs or not. If not, then I have to flash GF separately again. So let me connect. Maybe it is coming with GFs. As far as I can see, like Wi-Fi is working well. As you can see here, 5 GHz band, 2.4 GHz band, everything is showing well. Next, skip. So we can, there are option of pattern. You can choose your pattern, and let's check the fingerprint. Agree, and so fingerprint is working. But iris scanner not going to work, but you can use face scan. So done. And I will not enroll the face unlock, put it in light mode. Next. So gesture navigation and start. So there is no GFs. I have to flash GFs separately, and flashing GFs is pretty much similar to the flashing a custom ROM. Just select the file and flash it, and I will put the GFs link in the description below. The one will work on this ROM. As far as I can see, like auto brightness is working well, as you can see here. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth working. So let's check Bluetooth. Here, new device, and as you can see here, it is scanning. Let's see it can detect any device or not. So it can detect, so that means it is working. And if you go to about phone section, as you can see here, Android 14, and it is running on Android 14, and we have successfully installed Android 14 on our device. Security patch level is from 2024. The UI, as you can see here, this is pretty much stockish ROM. So as you can see here, nothing much going on. The UI is pretty clean. Everything seems to be working fine here, as far as I can see. In the display section, adaptive brightness is available, and there is no option of like choosing the display resolution, as far as I can see here. But maybe there is some setting in the customization option where you can tweak those things, but I will talk about them in the review video. But as far as you can see here, the ROM is installed properly. And let's check the camera. So we are not getting the Samsung camera here, and the camera application we are getting here, it is also broken. I have to find another camera application which is working here. So as you can see, camera is not working. As I said, you might face issue with custom ROM. Custom ROMs are not really that much stable like stock ROM, but obviously to get something you have to sacrifice something here. So that's all about this video. I hope you can update your device to Android 14. And if you have different device than S8, you can still follow the tutorial, but you have to find the specific file for your device. And thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.